Today we're taking a look at part 17 of our Swiping to Seattle series, the topic being the Nashville Predators. The Predators finished the regular season with a 31-23-2 record, placing them 4th in the Central Division. This set up a first-round matchup with the Carolina Hurricanes, who beat them out in 6 games, knocking them out of the playoffs. Overall, this team will look to make a trade over the next coming days, as well as before and after the expansion draft, as well as into the next season. Players like Ekholm, Forsberg, and Sissons have been all over the news recently and will be targets of trade, and because of this, Nashville will either go back into a rebuild or become another cup contender. Overall, their expansion draft strategy will be to protect players that will be valuable to contending teams, to try and make a trade with them to get some young prospects. So I do believe that they will go into a rebuild instead of become a contender, especially with the players that they're trying to ship out. Now that we know about the team, let's look at the players. Starting with the forwards, Ryan Johansson, Matt Duchene, Philip Forsberg, Colton Sissons, Luke Kunin, Rocco Grimaldi, Calle Jarnkrok, Nick Cousins, and Yannick Trenin are all the forwards that meet the 2 forward exposed requirement. Richard Pitlick, Anthony Richard, Tanner Jeannot, and Michael McCarron are all RFAs. Moving on to the defense, Roman Josi has a non-movement clause. Matthias Ekholm, Ryan Ellis, Mark Borowiecki, and Matthew Benning are all the defense that meet the 1D exposed requirement. Alexander Carrier did not meet the games played requirement. Dante Fabro, Frederick Allard, and Ben Harper and Josh Healy are all RFAs. Moving on to the goalies, UC Saros and Connor Ingram are all the goalies that meet the one goalie exposed requirement. Ingram is an RFA, and then you got Pekka Rinne, who's a UFA. Now that we know about the players, let's start protecting them. I believe that the Nashville Predators will use an 8 forward/D system with the one goalie because overall their defense have a lot more trade value. They have a really good defensive system, and because of this, I believe that they will use the 8D/forward system. So we'll start with the forwards in terms of protection. I believe Ryan Johansson will be protected. He's a good player. He will be traded eventually. He's starting to get up there in age, so a team will be looking for him. As well as Philip Forsberg, he's been recently very active in terms of trade talks, so I believe he'll be, as well as Colton Sissons. If you've been looking at the news, Forsberg and Sissons have been all over, so I believe they'll definitely be protected unless they're traded beforehand, which they might possibly be. We'll just have to see. Moving on to, I believe Luke Kunin will be the final one. He's sort of a young guy, so I'm not sure they'll move him, but if they definitely have a choice, if they want to, they will definitely move him. So I believe Kunin will be the last forward. And then we'll go to the 4D, who will be protected. Josi has a non-movement clause, easy pick, as well as Ekholm. Ekholm's also been in the trade talks recently. So for sure he'll be protected unless he's traded out before the trade deadline, the expansion draft, which is definitely a possibility. Also Ryan Ellis, not much doubt there, good player, possibility of getting traded, so he'll also be there. And then finally Dante Fabro, who I don't believe will be moved, but he is a player that will be around in the Nashville system, so they'll definitely be keeping him. And finally for the goalies, I believe UC Saros, as he will be their future goalie, so there's not much debate there between Rinne. Rinne's a UFA, most likely going to retire soon. If not, he's their backup anyway, so Saros will be the pick. Now it's Seattle's turn. I believe the 3 most important players the Kraken will take a look at will be Matt Duchene, Calle Jarnkrok, and Anthony Richard. Overall, these players do provide their benefits. Duchene, although he's on a bad contract, is a really good player. Although I don't think the Kraken will take him due to his contract, but they'll definitely take a real good look at him because although he might be very expensive, he is a good player still, and he can also be traded at a later date, so that's why I think he'll be taken a look at. As well as Calle Jarnkrok, 29, pretty good player, not going to steer you wrong, but he still has room to grow, can become that leader that you're looking for. And finally, Anthony Richard, who's an RFA this year. I believe that with him, he is a really good up-and-coming prospect. Unfortunately for Nashville, they're kind of locked out with him unless they're going to trade Forsberg. I believe Richard would be the next protection spot, so I'm going to go with Richard because although he isn't as well known right now, he is a good player. He's an up-and-coming prospect, as I said. So with that, Anthony Richard will be Seattle's 9th forward. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. If you liked it, drop a like. If you really liked it, consider subscribing, tell all your friends about it, and leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree with me. Until next time, see ya.